Who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man with a name entity, because that's what I'm trying to find out right now, Judge. Who are you speaking with? The name entity or the flesh and blood?
I'm speaking to the person that's talking to me right now.
I demand to be released on my own recognizance. Who are you trying to conversate with? The name entity or the flesh and blood man?
When I talk, you listen.
We've got not one, but two absolutely wild sovereign citizen court hearings for you today. So brace yourself, because these get intense. The first guy we're looking at is a criminal who flat out refuses to give his name, insists on calling himself an entity, and goes completely off the rails right in front of the judge. It's like he skipped every law book ever written and decided to just make up his own rules. But here's the real question. Do you think this is confidence, confusion, or just pure chaos? I want to hear your take in the comments. Let's dive into this heated courtroom showdown and see just how crazy it gets.
Hold on. Mr. Strickland? Mr. Strickland, can you hear me?
This is the judge.
Okay, Mr. Strickland.
Open the door.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear
him?
You
don't want to hear me.
Sir, can you hear him?
What?
Mr. Strickland, this is Magistrate William Burden. Good morning. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Do you want to speak with an attorney?
Who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man with a name entity, because that's what I'm trying to find out right now, Judge. Who are you speaking with? The name entity or the flesh and blood?
I'm speaking to the person that's talking to me right now.
I am executive of the name entity. That's who you're talking to right now. Do you understand? I am the executor of the name entity. I demand to be released on my own recognizance. I have right here, Judge. You see this, Judge? And then I also have a UCC1 in the name entity. So y'all trying to run a lien on the name, that's illegal. Who are you trying to conversate with? The name entity or the flesh and blood man?
You tell
I demand
me.
to be released on my own recognizance. I have a UCC1 here. I've laid claim to the name entity through the Secretary of State and the federal government. Here it is right here, the Secretary of State, just
okay. Sir?
It's right here, Lincoln. To the flesh and blood or the name entity.
Sir, whether I'm talking to the flesh and blood or name entity, I'm talking to both of y'all at the same time. Do either of you want to speak to an attorney?
No, sir.
Okay.
And I don't consent to an attorney. I don't consent to be in no hearing.
Sir, I just asked you one question. I just need one answer.
And I don't consent.
Okay, I know that.
So who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man or the name entity?
I'm speaking to both of y'all. I'm speaking to both of y'all at the same time. How about that?
I've got to say, I'm loving this judge so far. He's sharp, witty, and not afraid to push back. But these Zoom court hearings? They're driving me insane. The defendants act like it's open MIC night, constantly talking over the judge with zero respect, and the whole thing feels completely out of control. I mean, seriously, why can't we just mute this guy? Zoom might work fine for business meetings, but for court it's nothing but chaos. What do you all think? Should court hearings stay online, or should they only be held in person? Personally, I'm leaning towards in-person only, because this is just madness. Anyway, let's jump back into the action.
Now, sir, I know you want me to release you.
Here it is.
Are you gonna let me talk?
Here.
Are you gonna let me talk? Sir?
Sir?
Are you gonna let me talk? I got some questions for you.
I'm here without consent.
Put the paperwork down,
Don't
sir.
consent to this.
I know you don't consent to this. You want the court to release you, is that correct?
Yeah.
Want to release you, the entity, or the person in the flesh? Which one?
Flesh and blood man. I own the entity, so it's going to be released anyway.
All right, now.
For UCC1, everything.
If you don't When I talk, you listen.
Ma'am.
If you don't want to talk to an attorney and you don't want to be arraigned today, we're going to put you over to tomorrow. You understand that?
So we already been through this. I am the executive of the account.
Okay. Have a good day, sir.
So, did anyone else lose a few brain cells from that first hearing? Because I'm pretty sure that guy was either completely delusional or just living in his own alternate reality. Anyway, buckle up, because the next sovereign citizen takes things to a whole new level. This one goes full drama mode, pulling out the classic I don't understand, act like it's some kind of magic get-out-of-jail-free card. All this over a simple traffic ticket. Instead of just paying the fine, she decides to explode on the judge, and trust me, it's a full-on performance. What do you think? Is this genuine confusion or just a show? Let's dive right in and see for ourselves.
Ms. Phillips, please state your name.
Shannon Phillips, the natural woman. On the
Okay,
record
we
and for
are
the
here.
record and let the record reflect. Can you guys hear me?
Very
It's saying I
loudly.
have an unstable connection. Okay. Just making sure.
So on October 9th, defendant was found in contempt of court. So that still stands. Ma'am, you can choose not to have counsel if you want, but you need to understand that you can get up to 90 days on the contempt of court matter. Do you understand that?
I do not understand any charges. I only understand universal law and the right to live in peace and to live as I intend to.
But given that she doesn't understand,
Was never let in, just like now. You administering the trust without consent.
I'm not going to be.
I'm having a bad connection. It's going in and
I'm
out.
not
I'm
going to
not
be
hearing nothing
releasing
you
the
all are
public
saying.
defender's office from this case because I don't think she fully understands the consequences of her actions, and so she will continue to have the public defender.
I
Thank you,
don't need a public defender, Judge Washington.
Ma'am, I asked you a simple question and you did not answer the question in a way that makes me feel comfortable that you don't understand that you understand the laws of the state.
You all are speaking legalese. You all are speaking legalese. For me to say I understand the charges gives you all permission to administer the trust.
Okay.
I don't understand the charges.
Which is why you will not.
And I do not need counsel. I don't need representation.
Your request is denied, ma'am. You will have representation. All right. Mr. Lebo, do you know what your client wants to do?
Oh my goodness. This is
the charges?
You cannot make me have an attorney.
Well, actually I can, ma'am.
Like, this is insane.
Well, I don't think it's me that's being insane.
I honestly cannot stand these Zoom court hearings. Like, what even is this? The judge's only weapon in this chaos is firing back with witty remarks, and honestly, I feel her frustration. At one point, she even appoints the defendant an attorney, and this woman has the audacity to just yell at him, and the wild part? No consequences. None. It just doesn't make sense to me. I know I already ranted about Zoom court earlier in this video, but seriously, it drives me crazy. Anyway, let's dive back into the rest of this circus.
I can handle my own affairs. I don't need your public defender. All I'm trying to do is get the case settled. That's all. This has been going on for so long. A waste of time and money, honestly.
Mr. Barnett, is there an offer?
There is an offer for the civil infraction and expired plate.
Your Honor, I'd be happy to go into a break-in with Ms. Phillips and explain that to her.
Right. I will let you do that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Leba on behalf of Ms. Phillips. Ms. Phillips, could you unmute and state your name, ma'am?
Shannon Phillips, the natural woman.
Lebo, where are we with this, please?
Your Honor, I did have a discussion with Ms. Phillips. I did attempt to explain the importance of representation, why the court has asked that she have an attorney in this matter, as well as conveyed Mr. Barnett's offer. Ms. Phillips indicated to me that she still opposes having an attorney. Additionally, indicated to me that she is not at this time wanting to accept the offer of an expired plate.
Well, I think the offer was for a civil infraction of something different.
I believe was the civil plate infraction.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
It's improper plate.
What was the offer again, Mr. Barnett?
It was the civil infraction of having an expired plate.
All right, thank you. And not the criminal, not the
Correct.
criminal infraction. Okay. So, Ms. Phillips, that's correct. You're rejecting that offer.
The offer of what? He didn't offer anything.
Ms. Phillips, he just told you that he's offering.
Am I not hearing something?
He just told you that he's offering you the civil infraction of expired plate as opposed to the criminal offense of expired plate. One carries
Okay, but according to the Supreme Court, traffic infractions are not a crime. The People versus Battle. So what criminal infraction? And I would just like for the case to be dismissed. One, because your who was it, Officer Hannah, and 3 more officers were surrounding my vehicle, pulling my door handles, threatening to pull me out of my vehicle.
Ms. Phillips, I'm going to advise
I don't
you
even
not
have the
discuss
vehicle
it further.
anymore.
This woman desperately needs an attorney, like, immediately. She's out here handing over key details during the hearing that could easily sway a jury if this goes to trial, and it is. I get that she thinks she knows everything, but come on, why not just pay the $175 ticket and move on with her life? That's such a small price compared to the chaos she's creating. Sovereign citizens really do make everything harder, for themselves and for everyone else. What should have been a simple fine has turned into a complete waste of time. She could have just paid it and walked away, but nope, here we are. What do you think? Would you ever fight this hard over a ticket? And hey, if we've got any sovereign citizens watching, I'd love to hear your take. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's dive back in.
Ms. Phillips, I'll take that as a rejection of the offer.
Okay, so what's the offer? I didn't tell him anything.
Mr. Lebo?
Right, y'all just hate to hear the truth. Y'all just want to do what y'all want to do.
Ma'am, if you don't stop yelling out in court, you've already been held in contempt before. I'm going to hold you in contempt and give you 10 days in jail. Do you understand? Mr. Lebo, do you know what your client would want to do?
I do not, Your Honor. I did have a discussion with her, but she did not convey to me desire to participate in that conversation.
All right. Then if she's not telling you, I will set it for a trial date.
Ms. Phillips, Your Honor, I would perhaps ask the court to consider a competency referral.
Nothing is wrong with me, you all. I am perfectly fine. I can handle my own affairs. Nothing is wrong with me.
I see you're doing so well so far. You're almost going to jail on a traffic offense.
And I do want to know that I did attempt to explain to Ms. Phillips why her understanding of the case law regarding traffic offenses was inaccurate, but that was not a productive conversation.
I could see why it wasn't productive. So I don't know that she meets the level of incompetence to the standard that you're indicating. That if you want a referral, because you've talked to her and that's where you are, I will refer her for a competency. If she doesn't participate in that, then she'll be found in contempt or have to go to jail to get it done. So her behavior here today is obviously taking her down a very dark path. Hopefully she can change her mind and do something appropriate. So you either want to have a trial, ma'am, or you want to actually accept an offer. So those are your options.
We could take it to trial. We could take it to trial. We could take it to trial.
This jury trial is not going to end well for her, at all. Honestly, the jury's going to listen to her for about 5 minutes before instantly deciding against her. It's like she's doing everything possible to lose. Not only is she making herself look foolish, but that arrogant "I know better than everyone else" attitude makes her completely unlikable. When you walk into court with that kind of energy, you're basically sealing your own fate. The judge, the jury, even people watching at home are all thinking the same thing. Yeah, this is an easy call. Personally, I can't wait to see how this plays out. Let me know if you want me to upload the jury trial once it's posted. I have a feeling it's going to be an absolute train wreck. That's going to wrap it up for this breakdown, though. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. If you enjoyed this wild ride and want to see more reactions like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think she has any chance of winning her case? And while we're at it, what's your take on these Zoom court hearings? Personally, I can't stand them. They waste time, constantly get rescheduled, and honestly just don't work for serious cases. I'm completely against them. But that's all from me. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.